of the shoreline, indicative of perhaps a big wave coming through. So that is what we know there. And unfortunately, we're getting some disturbing news out of Japan as well. According to Japan's Kyoto news agency, police in one area say that between 200 to 300 bodies have been found in the coastal city of Sendai alone. That is where we saw some of those very disturbing pictures of that wall of water just washing through the farmland. They expect the casualty counts, unfortunately, to go much higher because of that devastation.
5 minutes to the top of the hour. I want to bring in one more time Mr. David Applegate. He's with the U.S. Geological Survey. Sir, we've been watching as we keep this live picture up of this wave making its way into Hawaii now. The power of this earthquake, the factors, we talk about the magnitude, but what were the other factors that make this a historic event and triggered what is a massive tsunami, certainly in Japan, but we're waiting to see just how powerful it might be when it washes up in Hawaii or even the west coast of the U.S.?
Well, magnitude certainly is one measure of the scale of an event, but other factors are, of course, once you have one earthquake of this size, you're going to have many, many, many aftershocks, and that's what Japan is dealing with, even as they're trying to handle the response from the first event. We've seen earthquakes over magnitude 7 just as aftershocks, and of course over a dozen that are magnitude 6 or greater. So that's causing a huge challenge. The other piece is this was undersea. It was on one of the subduction zones where the Earth's plates are coming together, so as a result, you're getting. You're somewhat more removed from population as opposed to an earthquake like, for example, the Christchurch one right underneath a city, but you're going to get that major movement of water, and of course we're seeing just how efficient water is at transmitting seismic energy across the entire Pacific.
All right, so we're going to have to leave it there. You've been with us through this morning. We appreciated your expertise this morning. We absolutely do appreciate you. Thank you so much. But again, as we leave up this live picture, this is what we're watching in Hawaii. The first wave starting to show up in Hawaii. This was expected to start somewhere around 8 o'clock Eastern time, the first wave. So in fact, we've gotten confirmation from officials. Now, just looking at that, it's kind of hard to make out, and you might think it just looks like any beach, but what we are watching are confirmation and getting confirmation from officials that we're starting to see the first wave. That first wave, not necessarily the strongest you'll see. These usually come, these tsunamis, in a series of waves. Reports that they could be up to 6 feet in some areas predicted. But we're just seeing this begin. Also, the reports that we got that the water was beginning to recede. We've been getting those reports for a little while now. Now you hear that, but that is usually a first sign, a foreshadowing, if you will, of what's to come. That water recedes, and then the wave comes. So we could be watching that for some time. Again, just getting started in Hawaii.
That's right. And we also want to show you again the pictures of perhaps the most dramatic pictures of the morning that were taken in Sendai. This is about 60-some miles northeast of Tokyo. And they really received the brunt of the tsunami as it came in through this huge wave and really washed away every structure, every vehicle in its path. We are just getting the first casualty counts from police there, according to the Kyoto news agency, that 200 to 300 bodies have been found in that coastal city. Thanks so much for being with us this morning. CNN is going to continue to provide breaking news throughout the morning on this situation.
I want to hand it over to the newsroom, and Kate Baldwin and Hala Garani starts after a quick break.
Wow, it's really coming together.
Yep. This way, everyone will know about all our great discounts. Safe Driver, online, homeowners, more discounts than ever before.
And they still get great service.
Is it just me or the...
A song by Paul Beckman. A Blue Rainbow song. Created March 11th, 2011. The song's going to be called Did You See That Last Clip of Everything Being Washed Away using E, E7, and A7. The time now is about 6 o'clock a.m. Well, did you see that last clip that they showed? Devastation. Absolute devastation in Japan, where that tsunami hit shore. devastation. It didn't matter what it was, it took everything with it and took it to the sea. Giant, giant, giant amounts of water hitting me. Oh, I'm glad I wasn't there, but I got compassion for anyone who was on shore. Doesn't matter if you were on shore or not, it went totally inland. No one was safe unless you were on higher ground. No one was safe there around. Total devastation in its wake because of the 8.9 quake that hit Japan. That hit Japan this morning. It hit Japan. Historic. Oh, I wish better for the people there. I hope no one was scared. Hope people had prior warning that there was something coming, 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 coming. No, no. 8.9 earthquake. 8.9 earthquake and tsunami. And tsunami. That was a song by Paul Beckman, Holly Rainbow song.